What is up, Nexus fam? Get ready to have your minds absolutely blown because the gaming news cycle is spinning faster than ever, and we've got the insane updates you need to know. This is your essential download, your cheat code to staying ahead of the curve, and trust me, you do not want to miss what's dropping today. We're diving headfirst into some seriously wild territory, so buckle up, hit that notification bell, and let's get this party started. First up, prepare for a major blast from the past, as a beloved retro icon makes a massive comeback on current-gen consoles. We're talking about a legendary figure from the video game world stepping into a brand new adventure. And it's not just any game, it's a physical release that's a true collector's item, and it's hitting your PS5 and PS4. Get ready to dive into levels inspired by a classic universe, complete with FMV cutscenes featuring the man himself. This is nostalgic gaming, cranked up to 11. Then, we're shifting gears to a title that's bravely taking on the horror genre, but with a twist that makes it accessible for a whole new audience. Imagine your favorite spooky games, but reimagined for a younger crowd, blending stealth, puzzles, and a dash of kid-friendly frights. It's an admirable attempt to capture that classic spirit of overcoming the impossible, and we've got the full breakdown on whether this unique blend of scares and adventure actually works. Next, get ready for a massive week for Japanese game releases. We're talking about some of the most anticipated titles hitting shores, including that game everyone's been waiting for, plus a major expansion to a fan-favorite mech series, and a popular sports simulation making its debut. If you're looking to expand your library with some of the hottest new Japanese games, this is your ultimate guide to what's dropping. And finally, we're diving deep into the technical performance of a highly anticipated remake that's causing a stir. We've got the inside scoop on how it stacks up across different consoles, with a focus on frame rates, resolution, and overall smoothness. Is the new hardware delivering the seamless experience we all crave? We've got the hard data and the analysis you need to make informed decisions about where to play. This is huge, Nexus fam. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, and ring that bell so you never miss a moment. Let's go. A blast from the past returns. Get ready for an epic journey back in time as a legendary figure from the world of retro gaming makes a triumphant return to modern consoles. This isn't just any game. It's a meticulously crafted experience that pays homage to an iconic personality and their expansive catalog of content, now playable on your PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. For the ultimate nostalgia trip, a physical release on an actual NES cartridge is also available, courtesy of limited-run games, for those who cherish original hardware. However, for the convenience of current-gen gaming, the digital PS5 and PS4 versions are set to deliver all the retro thrills. The game promises an immersive adventure, taking players through multiple levels directly inspired by the beloved universe of the angry video game nerd. Prepare to blast away at enemies themed around each unique level, employing classic platforming mechanics like sliding below platforms and strategically picking up power-ups. The developers have also incorporated alternate routes to discover, adding layers of replayability and exploration as you make your way to challenging boss rooms. What truly sets this experience apart are the interspersed full-motion video, FMV, cutscenes, hosted by the AVGN himself, James Rolfe. These segments are designed to make players feel as though they are actively participating in an episode of the show, blurring the lines between game and content. Developed by Mega Cat Studios, a team with a reputation for creating high-quality retro-inspired titles, this project is particularly exciting as they are also rumored to be working on a secret Metroidvania adaptation of God of War. This connection hints at the caliber of talent involved and the potential for future exciting projects. The game is officially slated for release on October 23rd, marking a significant date for fans eager to relive the glory days of 8-bit gaming with a modern twist. The blend of classic gameplay, authentic AVGN-themed content, and the unique FMV integration creates a compelling package for both longtime fans and newcomers alike, promising an experience that is both challenging and deeply entertaining. This release has generated significant buzz within the gaming community, with many fans expressing excitement over the prospect of playing as the angry video game nerd in a new adventure that captures the spirit of his iconic reviews and rants. The inclusion of a physical NES cartridge has also been a major talking point, appealing to collectors and retro enthusiasts. But before you dust off those old cartridges, hold on tight because we've got a different kind of scare waiting for you. Next up, we're exploring a game that's bravely venturing into the horror genre, but with a unique, kid-friendly twist. Spooky fun for a younger audience. Prepare for a unique take on the horror genre as Goosebumps. Terror in Little Creek for the PlayStation 5 offers a surprisingly admirable attempt to adapt the intense gameplay mechanics of modern horror titles like Outlast and Resident Evil into a format suitable for younger players. While the game is undeniably scrappy and operates on a predictably low budget, it manages to deliver a fun and engaging experience that captures the spirit of its source material. The game puts you in the shoes of Sloane Spencer, a studious and bespectacled young protagonist from the quiet suburban town of Little Creek. When a mysterious curfew descends upon the town due to strange sightings, Sloane and her timid friends embark on a mission to uncover the truth behind the eerie events. Although Goosebumps, Terror in Little Creek may not share many direct plot points with R.L. Stine's renowned literary universe, it masterfully captures the essence of the novels: children confronting and overcoming seemingly impossible odds. The gameplay is cleverly divided into two core components: stealth action and puzzle solving. For the puzzle elements, players will need a sharp eye for detail. While the brain teasers are designed to be accessible, they do require players to pay attention to environmental clues. A helpful hint system is in place to assist younger players, though it's anticipated that most children over the age of 12 will be able to navigate the challenges independently. In terms of the more action-oriented sequences, players will frequently find themselves employing stealth tactics, sneaking past enemies, and utilizing a trusty slingshot to create distractions. The enemies in the game follow predictable patterns, making them relatively easy to manipulate and outsmart, which generally ensures the stealth mechanics provide just enough tension when needed. However, a significant criticism leveled against the game is the glacial pace of Sloane's movement, even when sprinting. This sluggishness can make the required backtracking a somewhat tedious experience. While fast travel points and shortcuts are unlockable, there are moments where the repetitive traversal of familiar streets and locations can feel like going through the motions. Visually, the game presents a rather flat aesthetic, characterized by basic geometry and uninspired texture work. While certain landmarks, such as a local theater and museum, boast slightly more appealing designs, the majority of the environments consist of repetitive scenery populated by copy-and-paste art assets. These assets, while fitting the overall aesthetic, fail to truly draw the player into the world. Despite these shortcomings, the campaign, which lasts approximately 4 to 5 hours, offers a breezy and enjoyable experience that successfully repurposes key elements from the horror genre for a younger demographic. While the art direction might be bland, and it's unlikely to captivate players above the age of 15, it undeniably offers some charmingly scrappy scares for younger audiences. Overall, Goosebumps, Terror in Little Creek received a not bad rating of 6/10, acknowledging its admirable ambition despite its technical and visual limitations. The review copy was provided by Game Mill Entertainment, adhering to standard review policies. This charmingly spooky adventure is just one piece of our packed update today. Coming up next, we've got your essential guide to the latest Japanese game releases hitting your consoles this week. Japanese gaming bonanza arrives. Get ready for a massive influx of new gaming experiences as this week's Japanese game releases promise a treasure trove of highly anticipated titles across multiple platforms. Leading the charge is the long-awaited Hollow Knight. Silksong, set to captivate players on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, the upcoming Switch 2, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Alongside this highly anticipated release, fans of high-octane mech combat can look forward to Daemon x Machina, Titanic Scion, launching for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, Switch 2, and PC. Adding to the excitement, Everybody's Golf. Hot Shots makes its debut on PlayStation 5, Switch, and PC, offering a fresh take on the beloved golf simulation series. Beyond these major highlights, the week's releases continue with Hiragami, available for PlayStation 5 and PC, and SHUTEN Order, which will be playable on Switch and PC. For those seeking darker themes, Hell Is Us also makes its debut on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC, expanding the available options for players interested in narrative-driven experiences. The digital-only front is equally exciting, with Chronos, the new Dawn launching for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, Switch 2, and PC. Additionally, Psycho Dream is making a comeback, available across PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, bringing a classic title to modern hardware. Rounding out the digital offerings is Tokyo Underground Killer, exclusively for PC, promising a unique urban adventure. For gamers in Japan or those with Japanese PlayStation Network and Nintendo accounts, acquiring these titles is straightforward. PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 titles can be purchased via the Japanese PlayStation Store using prepaid cards, while Nintendo Switch titles are available through the Japanese Nintendo eShop. PS5 Nexus is also offering a special promotion, providing a 5% discount on PlayAsia purchases using the coupon code GEMATSU 2025, with the site noting that a small percentage of affiliate revenue may be earned from qualifying purchases made through their links. This initiative aims to make these exciting new releases more accessible to a broader audience. The sheer volume and variety of games releasing this week underscore the dynamism of the Japanese game development scene. From critically acclaimed indie sequels to new entries in established franchises and unique digital-only experiences, there's something to cater to nearly every taste. This influx of new content is a clear indicator of the ongoing innovation and creativity within the industry, ensuring that players have a constant stream of fresh adventures to embark on. These global releases are certainly making waves, but how do they perform on specific hardware? Stay with us as we dive into a detailed performance analysis of a major remake across different consoles. Console Performance Showdown, Metal Gear Solid Delta Analysis. In a development that has ignited discussions among gaming enthusiasts, a recent in-depth analysis has revealed that Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater appears to be running smoother on the Xbox Series X compared to its PlayStation 5 counterpart. The comprehensive performance review, conducted by Digital Foundry's Thomas Morgan, meticulously examined the Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, PlayStation 5, and PlayStation 5 Pro versions of the game. The findings indicate that in the game's performance mode, the Xbox Series X generally delivers a more consistent and fluid experience. Both the Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, and PlayStation 5 Pro versions offer players a choice between a quality mode, targeting a stable 30 frames per second, and a performance mode, which aims for a more dynamic 60 frames per second. However, Morgan's analysis suggests that neither of the current-gen consoles consistently achieves the coveted 60 FPS mark throughout the entirety of the game. Crucially, when frame rate dips do occur, they tend to be less severe and more manageable on the Xbox Series X. The dynamic resolution in performance mode on the Series X can reach up to 1152p, whereas the PS5's highest resolution in the same mode caps at 1080p. Similarly, in quality mode, the Series X maintains a minimum rendering resolution of 1152p, compared to 1080p on the PS5, implying that both modes may exhibit slightly sharper visuals on Microsoft's console. Delving deeper into frame rate comparisons, Morgan specifically highlighted a swamp section and a later bridge section. In these areas, he noted that the Xbox Series X holds a distinct performance advantage over both the PlayStation 5 and PS5 Pro. This performance lead is attributed to optimizations in ambient shading and global illumination applied specifically to the Series X version, as well as the console's inherent advantage of 12 teraflops of processing power compared to the base PS5's 10 teraflops. Morgan observed that while frame rate drops into the 40-50 FPS range are possible in the game's opening areas, the Series X ultimately provides a higher baseline frame rate for variable refresh rate (VRR) displays, sometimes by a margin of 5-6 FPS. Combined with the wider 40-60 Hz VRR range supported by Xbox systems, this positions the Series X as the smoother platform for playing the game among these three consoles. While Morgan did acknowledge certain specific areas where the PS5 might run slightly smoother, the overall trend indicates that the Series X maintains a general performance lead. However, he was quick to point out that even the Series X version is not without its issues, emphasizing that frame rate dips remain a factor. The Xbox Series S, Microsoft's less powerful offering, unfortunately, fares the worst in this analysis. It lacks the option for performance or quality modes, offering only a single 30 FPS mode. Morgan reports that players on the Series S are effectively lumbered with uneven frame pacing no matter what, and that the console frequently drops below its target 30 FPS. Even more so than the quality mode on the Series X, the dynamic resolution on the Series S fluctuates between 540p and 1080p. The analysis also notes that the game's upscaler on the Series S often struggles with insufficient pixel data, resulting in an image that can appear noisy or pixelated during motion. In conclusion, while all versions of Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater exhibit some frame rate inconsistencies, preventing a consistent lock on 30 FPS or 60 FPS in their respective modes, the Series X emerges as the superior option due to its consistent performance lead over Sony's consoles in most scenarios. The Series S, however, is deemed simply hard to recommend due to its significant performance and visual drawbacks. Our own review of Metal Gear Solid Delta. Snake Eater praised it as a solid but safe remake, noting its steady hand in revitalizing a beloved franchise. That's a deep dive into performance, but we're not done yet. Stick around for our lightning round recap and a full call to action to keep you locked into all things gaming. And that's a wrap on another whirlwind of gaming news. We saw a beloved retro icon make a comeback on PS5 and PS4, a kid-friendly horror adventure that's surprisingly fun, a massive wave of new Japanese game releases, and a deep dive into performance analysis for a major remake. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the show, subscribe to PS5 Nexus for all your gaming updates, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Let us know in the comments which of today's stories you're most excited about, and make sure to follow us on all our social media channels for even more gaming content. Until next time, stay awesome.